Hello and welcome. My name is Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind The Country Chic Cottage. Today we're going to talk about sublimation on metal. So I have some Duraluxe panels and they're super easy to get started with sublimation on metal. So one thing I would like you to do, if you would like more videos about sublimation on metal, I'd love for you to comment below and tell me, because there are tons of options with this product. Like you could make tons of different things like bookends, bowls, like so many different things that you could sublimate on that are metal. And I would love to know if you would like to see more. But this is a great introduction and a great beginner project. So we're going to use white Duraluxe panels in a variety of sizes, and I'm going to show you how to sublimate on those. So they come flat like this, but as you can see I have them standing up. How are they standing up? Well, you can actually form these yourselves. They come with a score line on the back, super easy to form with your hands. You form them into like an L shape that is slightly leaned back, and then they stand up on your table. So they make a really, really great gift because you're giving like a print or a photo that doesn't even need a frame, just stands up all by itself. So I'm really, really in love with these panels, and I think you will be as well. So let's take a look at the supplies we're going to use, and then let's sublimate on some metal. Here are the supplies you're going to need. You will need sublimation paper, sublimation ink, and a sublimation printer. I went ahead and printed some of my prints offline. We'll talk a little bit about sizing, and I have another video for sizing your prints that I'll link to in the description below. You'll need some heat-resistant gloves, basic tools like scissors and a ruler, some protective paper, and some heat-resistant tape, as well as a lint roller. Then you will need your metal sublimation panels. Let's take a closer look at these panels and what makes them special and why they're great for beginners for sublimation on metal. On these metal panels, they are coated with a white sublimation coating. One of the sides is pre-scored for easy folding. So these are metal, but I will be able to fold them. So you can see this side without the score and this side with the score. And if I flip this one over, there's the side without the score line. Now these are also available in a wide variety of heights and widths, as well as orientations. So here are some landscape versions as well. And we will be making several different versions of this. So let's get started taking a look at prepping the panel. Let's do a one-sided panel first. So the side with the score line is actually the back of your panel. The side without the score line is the front of your panel. When you're sublimating on metal, you do want to make sure there isn't any kind of protective film over your metal sheet. If you get like a plain metal sheet that doesn't have this white coating, it might have some kind of film over the top and you would need to remove that. This particular panel does not have any film, so I'm good to go with pressing. Next, you want to clean your panel well. I like using a lint roller over mine. You can use rubbing alcohol. However, you will want to make sure the rubbing alcohol is completely dry before you continue. Once your panel is clean, what I'm going to try to do is basically, if you can see this, I'm just going to sublimate above the line, because everything below the line you won't be able to see once we form the panel, and you will understand that in a minute. What I did was measure the area from the top to the score line and then from side to side, and I sized my design to print. I will link to a video below that explains sizing your prints for sublimation. Then we're going to add the panel on top of the sublimation print and line it up. You do want to carefully line it up and make sure it's aligned on all three sides that you can see. And then I like to tape my panels into place so they will not move at all when sublimating. So I've taped the panel on all four sides. And now let's head to the heat press and take a look at the procedure there. First, I have this set to 385 degrees, and it's set for 120 seconds. The first thing you want to do is close it a few times on the press with nothing inside the press. About 10 seconds each time. Lift the handle, wait 1 or 2 seconds, then press down again for about 10 seconds. This preheats the pad inside the heat press. Next, you will need a Nomex pad for pressing these panels. I add the Nomex pad to the heat press, adjust the pressure. You want medium pressure. Again, I'm going to press down about 2 times to kind of warm up the Nomex pad itself. And as I press that down those 2 times, I adjust the pressure, make sure it looks okay. And once it's gone through 2 cycles, about 10 seconds each, We'll lift that up. On top of the Nomex pad, we'll put a sheet of protective paper. We'll put our metal panel sublimation print side up. Then we'll put another sheet of protective paper on top of that. Then we'll close the press and allow it to press for the full 120 seconds after we close the press. And then we'll pull it out with heat-resistant gloves and take a look at the results. So here's the panel out of the heat press. So now we can just remove this sublimation print and take a look at the panel. And I do have a heat-resistant mat under here just to not damage my surface at all. This one looks amazing. So this one was like a vintage sepia print from a really old photograph. And it looks really good on this panel. I will do some full color photographs as well, but this one looks really good. Now this area is white on the bottom, right? So we're going to form this panel and make it where it sits up, like on a desk, on a bookshelf, whatever. How do you do that? We're gonna flip it over, hold it with your thumb close to that score line, hold the other side, and bend. It will bend right along that score line, as you can see here. And you just want to continue to bend. Try to set it up. Bend a little bit more until you get the look that you want. And this photograph is perfect. It comes right to the edge of that bend line, which is absolutely perfect. So that white portion that you saw from the print is now the bottom. Then we have our print, and then it is white on the back. Now, you can make these two-sided. I could put whatever I want on the back. Let's do one with the same print on the front and the back just for like something easy to do. But you could definitely put a pattern on the back. You could put like an inscription, a quote, whatever on the back. And I will do another one with like the date on the bottom, which I think is a fun idea for photos that you know the date of. So let's do a few more of these metal panels with sublimation. For this version, I want to do the same print on the front and the back. So I kind of trimmed around the outside a little bit to help me guide the panel itself. So we're going to repeat the same process. We'll clean the panel. We will want to make sure we clean both sides and add it to my first print. So if I want to do both sides at the same time, I can't tape this down. So I will need to kind of locate the second, and then I'll add some tape to both prints. You can do both sides individually, or you can do them all at one time. For this back print, I took it and trimmed as close as I could to the sublimation print on all sides. Now we can flip it over on the back, and we can use that to locate the print. Then once you get this located, you can tape the front to the back, just taping on the sublimation prints. And we're gonna do that on all four sides. Then, once it's taped on all four sides, we'll repeat the exact same pressing procedure as we used for the other version, and then we'll come back and take a look at the results. This is done pressing, so now we can remove everything. And I did put this good side up in the press, so if there is any mistakes, it would be on the back. There is my gorgeous full color print, and then I actually put the same print on the back. So now, we will just fold this, right? So again, thumb close to the score line, and then press, start bending, continue bending until you get the look that you like. And then I'm left with a really cool print on metal that's ready to give as a gift. So I'm gonna do a few other options, and I'll come back and show you the results of those. So I did want to show you an up close and personal look at this version where I added the date on the bottom. So a super cute way to add something personal to your metal photo print. So hopefully you learned everything you need to know about sublimating on these Duraluxe panels, from our double-sided Duraluxe panel version to the one where we put the date on the bottom. You could put an inscription on the back. You could put like a pattern on the back. So this one I did a pattern on both sides. It was one of like my test samples before I start filming, but this illustrates that you could put a pattern on it. So this will be fun, like a pattern on the back and a picture of, you know, a child on the front with little trucks on the back or something like that. Think baby showers, weddings, Christmas gifts, so many options with these panels. I really think you're going to enjoy them. So I'm going to drop down below in the description below this YouTube video, and I'm going to put all the links you need to all the supplies, including where to purchase the Duraluxe panels. If you're on computer, you'll see a little description below and it'll say show more below it. Click that show more button. If you're on mobile, you might see an arrow to expand the description, or depending on how you're watching, you might have to like swipe up on this video to get that full description, but it will have all the links that you need. Now, if you like this video, if you learned something new, give us a thumbs up. Again, comment below with any questions you have, and tell me if you would like to see more sublimation on metal videos so I can plan some more content around the possibilities with sublimation on metal. So that means if you haven't already, head to our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss any future videos on this topic. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.